I like to meditate with my gloves on. Oh, it's true. I like to meditate with my gloves on. I mean, just keep your eyes open, man. Just keep your eyes open. It's a simple job. Don't mind him. He's a troublemaker. When I'm not doing this line of work, I have a lot to offer the world, and I do it by meditating. But I have to pay the bills, so you gotta pay the bills, all right. Just keep your eyes up there. Focus, please. See, my partner, he doesn't have a life outside of this line of work. I have a life. But in order to access that other life, I have to meditate, focus myself for the job at hand. And if I bloody my hands and meditate, and I sluice right out of the job, I go home, say hello to my wife and my kids, and I pat my dog on the head, and I live a virtuous life. Really? What do you tell your wife when you come home after a hit? What do you tell her, Mr. Meditator? He's got a point. You know, you come home with blood on your conscience, you gotta find a way to clean that off before you make love to your wife. But my point is, I meditate with my gloves on. So how do you like that? When you meditate with your gloves on, the blood doesn't get into your soul. Like, what's his name here? You know you're depraved, right? You go home. You just watch TV. You eat your macaroni and cheese or whatever your microwave dinner is, and then you just come up the next day, you wake up, you have your coffee, and you're out again. Another hit. Whereas if I get caught, and I get thrown to jail, and I spend my life in prison, I will at least be meditating like Sri Aurobindo. He learned nirvana in prison when he was revolting against the British government. What the fuck are you talking about? I said nirvana is how I clean the blood off my conscience. Thank you very much. It's just a fucked up thing, man. Just one, two, three. Wait. Just wake up. I'm meditating, man. See, we do this. It gets boring. You wait for someone to come out of an alley door for like 6 hours. You talk about things. He's a depraved lunatic. I'm actually quite virtuous. I spent a lot of time in a monastery working with masters and stuff, and so I hit a little low point in my life. And that's okay. But I learned how to. I adjust. I realized that I'll speak for myself. I have a family. I have bills. I've got a little girl. I want to see that she has a good life. If I have to just run assassination sprees to pay the bills, I can meditate. Where's this fuck? What? This fucktard over here in the passenger seat. He's got nothing. He's got nothing to make his life worth living. He's got nothing to redeem himself in the eyes of his maker. And of course, for me, I don't even have any of that. You ever notice that? The people who are doing the craziest shit, they've got their ways of justifying it, rationalizing it, and they're gonna be okay in the end. But I don't have that. So I chose this line of work. So I could keep it real. I could keep it real. You know, if you look at what it is about life that seems a little off, you listen to this guy right here, you're kind of gonna come across something a little strange, I think. It's that feeling, that fundamental feeling of being displaced, of not being oriented and not having a sense of direction and being outside of being alive. So me and fucktard here, we're sitting in the car and we've got a hit to make. There's some guy could have come out of that door and he's going to be unsuspectingly walking the opposite direction down the alleyway. I'm going to press on the gas and I'm going to run him over. And in fucktard here, would you cut down on the fucktard here? Fuck you, fucktard, fuck you, man, fuck you. Who are you even talking to? I'm talking to the webcam. You're talking to your fucking phone, man. I'm talking to, I don't know who you are. Do not give away any more of our sting. You hear that? He has to pick up the dead body, so he's a little pissed off right now. He's got to do the grunt work. I'm the speed demon on the wheels. He picks up the body, throws him in the trunk, and we're out. And we go to a lake. We wrap up the body, put some stones in it, duct tape it, throw it in. I go home to my family and I meditate. He goes home to his family with a bloody conscience. Do you even have a family? No, I do not have a family. You live with your mom, don't you? I'm gonna beat your ass, man. I am gonna beat your ass. He lives with his mom. Why you still live with your mom, man? I'm gonna fuck you up. No, seriously, why you live with your mom? What is wrong with living with my mom when I'm taking care of my mom? No one else is gonna take care of my mom. I'm gonna let that go. Because he does have a point. Well, why don't you meditate, man? Because you are miserable. I don't meditate because that's hypocrisy. I don't go out killing people by day and then come home and meditate. And how do you even do that? I do it because it's necessary. One, two. Will you let me know when they come out, please? No. Keep your eye open. 3, 4. You know one thing that I like about seatbelts? Huh? You know one thing I like about them? Is that when you fall asleep and you're counting sheep, you can rest your head on them. Are you watching? As I'm not watching. So, why don't you meditate? It's gonna make your life so much better. You know, I write this stuff down. Every hit that we make, I write it down. I'm tired. What time is it? What time is it? Is he ever gonna come out that door? Seriously, man. You don't talk to anybody about this, you just journal about it? So I don't have to talk to anybody about it. I do not have to speak to anybody about this. I meditate. I clear it out of my system. How can you clear out killing somebody? You run somebody over with a car. How can you clear that out? It's simple, man. I just dissociate. It's like it never happened. Okay, so I don't meditate. I get the job done and I'm tormented because I have a conscience. I have to pay for my bills. I have to take care of my mother. I don't even sleep. And here you are, you're sleeping on the fucking job, man. Like sleeping like a kitty. You have not a care in the world, and you're doing the same fucking thing that I am doing. And you think that you're healthy because you can meditate and you can let go of assassinating somebody, but I actually think that that's more fucked up than me being depressed about it. and not getting any sleep, having nightmares when I do get some sleep, and PTSD, and I can't even socialize with people because I'm afraid that they're actually going to see me for who I am. Well, it sounds like that you haven't come to peace with yourself. Yeah, I have not come to peace with myself. There's no way to come to peace with this. There's no way to come to peace with it. Well, then, yeah, you just have to let it go. But that is fucking pathological right there. You don't fucking do something wrong and then just find a way to let it go. You see what you're doing. You're a sociopath. You're cleaning yourself off of something that should. Well, then why are you doing it? If it's so wrong and you are so tormented, why are you a hitman? Because there's something that's more wrong. You know? There's something that's worse than being a hitman. Maybe you don't know what that is. Well, I think it's something like you don't know why you are alive, man. So you do something that is morally reprehensible and then you torture yourself over it. Whereas I know why I'm alive. I have bills to pay and a family to take care of. So I do something morally reprehensible, but I can clear it out of my system. Whereas you, that is the reason why you're alive, so that you can torture yourself and feel that intensity and that torment. But that is neurotic. No, man, you fucking are neurotic yourself. You're the sociopath. You're the one who's cleaning out the blood from your conscience. So you see what's up. Why to work with this fucking... We all have these certain jobs. We all have shit that we're doing that from one perspective it looks evil. And from another perspective, it's perfectly fine. And I happen to manage my perspectives. He can't. He doesn't know how to work with his own mind. He's an assassin who is tormented by his job. I'm an assassin who knows how to manage his mind. And if you manage your mind, you can manage your heart. I go home and I'm a loving father and a loving husband. My children are going to go to college. My grandchildren are going to come on my lap on Christmas. We're going to have stockings, Christmas tree, presents, eggnog. It's all going to be good. Being a hitman finances that. You should just go back to sleep, man. I'll watch. I don't know who you're fucking talking to. No one's gonna watch that. Obviously, you can't. If you do, I'm gonna be a hitman on you if that gets out on the internet. So how many of these? How many have we done? We've done a couple dozen videos. We're rehearsing for this role. So, Yeah, it's just one of those films. It's an indie film. It's going to be a Cannes, whatever. We just practice this shit in the living room. We switch it up. I know today I happen to be the fucktard in the passenger seat. He's the assassin that meditates, but we switch it up because when you go to the audition, you never know. You never know whether you're going to be cast as one part or the other, but it's a two-part play in the spirit of Godot and Kafka, or Beckett and Kafka, I should say. These plateaus of intensity, you know what I mean? I just met him at a 7-Eleven, another actor in LA. He was acting like he was gonna hold up the 7-Eleven. He was like, had his in his pocket, went up to the counter, didn't say anything, just pointed, and then he had his finger in his pocket like this, just gesticulating. He didn't want anything to be said because he didn't want a vocal recording. He didn't want to actually be held accountable for robbing a 7-Eleven in LA. And I was like, that dude right there, that dude is cool. So I grabbed him by the scruff like you would a little cat. And I was like, listen, come here. He's a little younger than me. So I'm just like, come here. Have I got a role for you? And I was like, okay, so listen, I know we just met, but if you're robbing a 7-Eleven with a finger and not talking, you're probably in need. So you can stay here at my apartment, and we're going to rehearse this scene. And we're going to rehearse it so many times, and we're going to switch the roles up, we're going to have it memorized, that people are actually going to think that we're these two people. And we're going to go and sit in the car in an alley, and I'm going to film it. I'm going to put the camera on the dashboard, and you got to play this role. He's selling you this piece of shit, isn't he? Did he tell you the 7-Eleven story? How I was holding up the 7-Eleven with my finger? Don't even believe that shit. Don't even. I don't know what he told you. He's got a lot of stories that he likes to tell to keep himself amused at night. You can't ever believe these people who show up on video, on Facebook, tell you their stories. They've always got a cover. Meditators, maybe. Spin realities. Fabricate alternate endings. Put a spell, a zone, a samadhi on your mind. Take you to a different land. A farscape of the imagination. But they're really desperate. They're really hungry. They're putting you in touch with this gnawing sensation in the center of your viscera that constantly yearns outward. Like that desert island in the ocean, and the waves lapping up against the shore. I don't know how much longer I can take it here. I keep skipping across the surface of the waves like a rock that will never drop into the bottom of the ocean, and I keep skipping to the mainland. I'm really hoping that someone will buy the script to my play. But I can't ever get the script there because at some point the rock won't continue to traverse the waves and get to LA. And somehow I was marooned here. Me and my fucktard buddy roommate on this gorgeous island. You could see the breeze. If we get cast in this play, it'll be such a marvelous thing. It will be the end of my alienation. It will be the end of this oasis, the end of this refuge. I will be invited back into society again, and I will not have to polarize my identity and split my personality in order to find friends. I write these really complicated scripts and I memorize them, and they're really out of control. They're all over the place. They're like James Joyce on acid. But I'm able to clear it through meditation, and I'm able to release the ecstasy of the mind. And so that rock that I threw out from the oasis, the desert island in the middle of the Pacific, that rock just keeps coming back centripetally, concentrically. And it hits me right here. I fall back asleep due to the impact, a concussion, a dream. An awakening.